Lattafa is not that impressive of a company because they can only produce dupes. That is what a lot of people think, and it is not accurate. Lattafa chooses to make a lot of dupe fragrances, yes, and they are very good at it. If not the best, then one of the best. But they also do have original fragrances, and I know that they are in the process of making more original fragrances. So today I want to share 5 of my favorite Lattafa original fragrances. All of the fragrances that I'm going to mention today, I have researched and I have not been able to find that they are directly duping anything. If you disagree or if that's wrong, feel free to share what you think it's duping down below. But from what I found, these are all original creations. So let's get started. Love in Paris. I have not seen any concrete what this is a direct dupe of. I've heard some people compare it to Initio Side Effect, but I wouldn't consider it to be a dupe of that fragrance. If you do think that this is a dupe of something, let me know what it is, but I have not found that. This smells phenomenal. It's like a freshly baked, fluffy Parisian croissant that is also in a neighborhood with caramelized apple and maple syrup. It also has this like gingerbread cookie vibe. It's so cozy, warm, sweet, gourmand, delicious. One of my favorite gourmands by Lattafa. I almost replaced Artisan Ethnique with this one as my top 3, but I don't know, Artisan is still holding strong, but this one is phenomenal. If you've not yet tried this from the City Collection and you like gourmands, I would highly recommend scooping this one up. This is gonna open up with caramelized apple and fruits. In the heart, you get maple syrup and benzoin, and the base is vanilla, tonka bean, amber, and cashmere wood. I also love the packaging on the City Collection. This is from the Lattafa Pride, and I feel like the Lattafa Pride line from Lattafa always has bottles that are just a little bit nicer than normal. I think it's a really cute city scene on the bottle, and I love the gold metallic type of finish to it. And even though the bottle looks like it's a wood grain, it actually feels more like a porcelain or ceramic type of finish. Really lovely packaging. And one of my favorite layer combos to do with Love in Paris is Artisan Ethnique. I put this as my base and then I top it off with the Love in Paris. This is phenomenal. That is why it's in my top 3 best Lattafas. It is absolutely a beast mode fragrance. You get cinnamon, you get booze, you get vanilla. It's gorgeous, smooth, lactonic, creamy. Love in Paris with this is a gourmand lover's dream. Next up, we have one of the first original Lattafa fragrances that I actually ever tried, the original Yara. I feel like I see mixed reviews about this one, and I don't know why. I feel like people are a little bit too harsh. I don't know. This is, in my opinion, very nice, and I think this would serve as a safe blind buy for most people. This is going to give you a soft, slightly lactonic, sweet, creamy, slightly tropical type of fragrance. I think it's very well done and very feminine. There is something in here that can come off a bit synthetic at times. I don't know what it is, if it's maybe some of the tropical fruit or some of the florals, I'm not sure, but it's not so much that it completely bothers me or ruins the fragrance, in my opinion. And I think this fragrance, especially smelling it on other people, smells really, really nice. To me, this is kind of like you took a shower and you lathered yourself up with a nice like coconut butter cream, and then you topped it off with a nice perfume. It feels like that. A little bit soapy, clean, tropical, smooth, lactonic, creamy, cocoa, tropical, blended all together with some light florals. Really, really pretty. And the notes for Yara. So this is gonna open up with orchid, heliotrope, and tangerine. In the heart, you're gonna get the gourmand accord with tropical fruits. And the base is vanilla, musk, and sandalwood. And one of my recent most favorite layering combos with Yara is with STTES's number 2, Irresistible Sunshine. This is inspired by the Brazilian Bum Bum Cream perfume. I forget what it's called, Churiosa something, but it's inspired by that. Smells very close to it. It's gonna give you that really gorgeous pistachio, almond, tropical summertime vibes that we love from that perfume. So this, with the tropical fruit from Yara, just helps to make it even more of a creamy, smooth type of tropical layering combo. If you have both of these at home, I would highly recommend trying them out and seeing what you think. Next up, we have a fragrance that was very controversial and polarizing when it was initially dropped. And with this one, I can completely understand why. We are talking about Lattafa's Eternal Venil. Whenever I'm talking about vanilla scents to people on my TikTok live, I have to go an extra mile to be very, very clear about what type of vanilla I'm talking about. Because when we say vanilla, a lot of people just expect sweet, cupcake, gourmand vanilla. But that is not the way that vanilla is expressed in, honestly, most perfumes. I think most mass-appealing commercial perfumes, yes. But in other perfumes that tend to be a bit more unique, I don't really see vanilla being expressed in that way. And that is the case with Eternal Venil. This is a very, very dark and woody type of vanilla. It's absolutely unisex. It is not at all gourmand. It has a little bit of sweetness from the blackberry note that is added, but not in the way that people would expect. And it also has Lattafa's Cocoa Pulse derivative or compound that they created, which smells like a woody cocoa butter note in a fragrance. I think it's very unique. I think it smells fantastic. While I like the profile of the fragrance, it's not a profile that I like to wear on its own. I like to use this to layer. I like to layer it with another sweeter or warmer, sweeter vanilla. I think that is really lovely. With this as a darker underbase is gorgeous. So Eternal Venil is gonna open up with blackberry. In the heart, you're going to get the Cocoa Pulse compound, vanilla caviar, and cacao. The base is akagila wood, ambroxan, tonka bean, cedarwood musk, and benzoin. And one of my favorite layer combos with this one is one that I actually stole from Daniel Rene because he was wearing this at a TikTok event and he smelled incredible. He was wearing Eternal Venil with his own fragrance, Jahari. This, honestly, to me is a masterpiece. It's a very complex, sweet, but yet still warm and like spicy, true unisex scent that with the Eternal Venil was just phenomenal. He smelled phenomenal, was projecting like crazy. It was great. Another personal favorite layer combo with Eternal Venil for me is Choco Overdose from Lattafa. This smells like a literal fresh baked chocolate muffin or cake. And there's something about that chocolatey, cakey goodness with the dark, woody, also a little bit of cocoa-y vanilla from Eternal Venil that is phenomenal. In the colder months, that layer combo is so delicious. Highly recommend trying this one out if you have it at home as well. Next up, we have the most beast mode fragrance that Lattafa has ever created, in my opinion. And this was also created by a master perfumer. I'm talking about Teyeq Intense. So this was created by Quentin Biche, which I love because I really feel like that shut a lot of people up about Middle Eastern fragrances are all bad, they're all low quality. Really, they're all low quality, yet one of the most renowned master perfumers in the world created for the House of Lattafa. Yeah, you may go take a seat now. This fragrance scares me because I know when I spray this, it will be all that I can smell for at least a week. I sprayed this on a leather wristband from one of my Apple Watches, and I swear I could smell that for at least a solid month. It was wild. Whenever people are telling me that they need a beast fragrance that is going to last, try Teyeq Intense, please. If you tell me that Teyeq Intense does not last for you, I cannot help you. I cannot make any further recommendations because this is insanely strong and long lasting. It's a very plum, liqueur heavy, boozy, spicy cinnamon scent that is so unique. I don't have anything like this in my collection. So delicious. To me, something that is more appropriate for colder weather. It's not something that I would want to wear in the dead of summer personally, but you do you. Let's go over the notes. This is gonna open up with saffron and bergamot. In the heart, you get the plum liqueur and cinnamon, and the base is amber, tonka bean, and benzoin. I think it's complex and unique enough to wear on its own, so I don't even have a layer combo for you with Teyeq Intense. That's just how intense, as the name implies, and complex and interesting the scent is. I just wear it on its own when I do wear it. Let me know if you do have some layer combos with Teyeq Intense. Let me know what they are. I'd be curious to try them out. And in the number one spot, my favorite, original creation by Lattafa, is one that people sometimes try to call a dupe, but it is so not that. I am talking about Kamra Ka. So before you try to say this is a dupe for Angel Share, let me tell you that it is not. If you compare Angel Share and Kamra Ka directly on skin, they're definitely in the same family of smells, right? They're the same type of perfume. But this is not at all a one-to-one clone of that. And if someone were to buy this thinking it would be a dupe for Angel Share, they would be disappointed. But what I do tell people is if you like Angel Share and you're looking for a fragrance that is similar, that type of fragrance for a much more affordable price, but really high quality, please try Kamra Ka. It's fantastic. This to me smells like a warm, spicy hot drink that you would have during Christmas or Thanksgiving. That's the vibe. It reminds me of that crisp fall air with cinnamon in the air and baking apple pies, but also coffee. It's gorgeous. This, in comparison to the original Kamra, this has that added coffee note, which I think makes it deeper, maybe even a little bit more masculine leaning and stronger. I used to think that this was too masculine leaning for me and that this would be for my husband and the original Kamra would be for me. But no, after wearing it, I feel like I've really opened my mind more to the scent, and I think that it's truly unisex. But I would understand if someone said, no, I still feel like it's more masculine. It is more masculine than Kamra, but a lot of women wear this fragrance without any issue. It is beautiful. By far my favorite out of all of the 3 Kamras from the Lattafa lineup. Kamra Ka is going to open up with cinnamon, cardamom, and ginger. In the heart, you get the praline, candied fruits, and white flowers. And the base is coffee, vanilla, tonka bean, benzoin, and musk. This is like a coffee, apple, cinnamon gourmand's delight. So, so good. Let me know which of these you guys have tried, which ones you like, and I will see you back tomorrow for our next episode.